J.J. McCARTHY is confronting a much more complicated future. Minnesota selected McCARTHY 10th overall in 2024 with the expectation that he would eventually become its franchise quarterback, but a knee injury erased his rookie season and additional health problems disrupted his second year. He has made only 10 NFL starts, and the Vikings have now chosen Murray before either quarterback appeared in a preseason game. Bradley Locker of Pro Football Focus argued that the timing says a great deal about Minnesota's current evaluation of McCARTHY and questioned whether he could be traded before the regular season. Locker even suggested that McCARTHY may have played his final snap for the Vikings, unless Murray suffers an injury. That remains speculation rather than confirmation that Minnesota is actively shopping him, but the possibility can no longer be dismissed. McCARTHY must decide whether he is willing to remain behind Murray and wait for another opportunity, or whether a fresh start would give him a better chance to develop. Finding a trade partner may be difficult because quarterback-needy teams, such as the Cleveland Browns and New York Jets, could prefer to preserve their assets and pursue a rookie in the 2027 draft. McCARTHY's injuries, limited experience, and inconsistent production have also reduced his current value. The Pittsburgh Steelers, however, have emerged as a logical hypothetical destination. Aaron Rodgers has said that he currently plans to retire after the 2026 season, and Pittsburgh does not have a guaranteed successor. Mason Rudolph has established himself as a capable backup and occasional spot starter, while Will Howard and Drew Aller remain developmental options. McCARTHY entered the NFL with a stronger draft pedigree than Howard or Aller, and he is still young enough to rebuild his career. Pittsburgh may also finish too well to select one of the best quarterbacks in the next draft, making a trade more practical than depending on its position in the first round. McCARTHY would offer the Steelers a relatively affordable gamble with 2 seasons remaining on his rookie contract, and the opportunity to spend a year learning behind Rodgers before competing for the job. From Minnesota's perspective, receiving a mid-round draft selection could allow the organization to recover some value while Carson Wentz takes over as Murray's backup. The danger is that the Vikings still do not know McCARTHY's true ceiling. Injuries have prevented him from receiving a normal developmental timeline, and moving him now could become a painful mistake if he succeeds elsewhere, while Murray fails to provide a durable long-term solution. A trade with Pittsburgh makes sense as a discussion, but it is not an imminent transaction. Minnesota must determine McCARTHY's willingness to stay, measure his actual market, and decide whether moving on after only 10 starts is worth the risk. Naming Murray the starter resolved the competition, but it may have opened an even larger decision about McCARTHY's future.